Hi everyone, welcome back, or if you haven't seen the playthroughs, welcome. I'll put a link to those somewhere, so if you'd like to see me playing through the game. But time to say what I think about Project Elite. If you don't know, it's a real-time, cooperative, dice-chucking, tactical tower defense kind of game where we are a special ops team who are the first, last and only line of defense against the worst scum of the universe. Over the last few weeks I've played this game a lot. I must have played about 10 times when just doing the playthroughs, and only 3 made it onto YouTube, and they were the most successful, which isn't saying much for my performance in those. Since then, I've played a lot more solo, and I have to say, when you've got 2 hands and you're not narrating every little thing that you're doing, the game is a lot easier. I've also played a lot of 2-player. So what I'm trying to say is I've played a lot over a short space of time, and I'm still keen to keep going. There's a lot of variability in the base game. Even after a lot of plays, I haven't seen all of the item, weapon, alien tech, and event cards, and there's still a ton of aliens, even though I think I've seen all the special and boss aliens now. There's still a ton in there, and on top of everything that's in this box, there's an expansion box that's going to be out quite soon, and there's another box that's just got more aliens in it, including a huge one. I'm really desperate to get both of those things as soon as I can get my hands on them. There's usually a fantastic pace to the game. Some rounds the board's going to be flooded with aliens, and it's all you can do to try and thin out their numbers and keep your head above water. In other rounds you'll have gained a little ground back, and you can risk spending some time doing the objectives, which after all is what the game is about. A lot of the games that I've lost, I've been too focused on trying to kill all of the aliens on the map, when really the point of the game is to do the objectives and get back to the starting area. That said, a few rare games, so few aliens have come out at the start that I've been able to rush to the objectives and the game has been over really quickly. And on the other hand, some cards have come out where so many aliens came out from the same spawn point all at the same time that they were all just pushing each other massively, and the game was over before it really began for me. I couldn't really do much and just had to reset. But those are rare cases. Generally, the game is really well paced just by itself. And that is down to the random card draws for the aliens. If you pull a load out that needs you to roll a dice for how many and you keep rolling 6 and all the cards are spawn point 2, then you can get really unlucky like that and it's over, but you can just start again. So the rounds being 2 minutes long really helps with this too. Even if the board's looking overwhelming and you're kind of accidentally ruining each other's plans by moving an alien that your partner was just about to shoot and now they're out of line of sight, after 2 minutes you all get to take a breath, discuss what you're going to do, see what the worst threats are, and try and work out a plan. And of course then the next round's going to start and a ton more aliens are going to come out and your plan's going to be ruined and you're going to have to try and think of one up on the spot all over again. Now there's 4 different types of objective. There's recon, recovery, demolition, and extermination. And while they are different on paper, I don't really feel like they're very different when you're playing. You are just, whatever the objective, you're standing next to a certain objective, spending certain dice faces for the rest of the round, or for demolition you lose a die every time you complete it. And it does feel a little bit the same. What does feel really different though is the alien crash site board. The main board has got another side to it, and you can see in the videos I've done one on both sides. The alien crash site board is wide open and the aliens have got a much shorter distance to run to get to your door. The lab has got more winding corridors and corners and things where you can get out of line of sight and try and funnel the aliens through the corridors, and I like standing at the end of those corridors with a powerful gun and just mowing them all down and then using any alien movement dice to try and fill up the corridors again. With the alien crash site you can't do that. It's all wide open, and certain freedoms for the aliens mean that they can be right at the start area before you know it. So I haven't played the alien crash site as much as the lab, but I'm definitely looking forward to trying it some more, and it's definitely a step up in challenge for me anyway. I should mention the miniatures because it's been a bit of a sticking point throughout the campaign for Project Elite. I have the Rodox promo from the original minis, and everything else that's in the box is from the new minis, and there's a definite step up in quality between the originals and the improved ones. We have noticed a few things on the improved ones where, for example, a character's foot kind of melts into the rock that she's standing on, and a few things like that. So if that's something that's going to bother you, it's worth bearing in mind. For us, we don't really mind about the minis that much. I'm not really interested in miniatures that much. They are lovely, don't get me wrong, but I'm more interested in the gameplay. And so far, the gameplay has been fantastic. Most rounds tend to go by in a blur, and before you know it, you're either about to complete the last objective, or an alien is about to set foot over the start line and there's nothing you can do about it. And either way, I'm usually ready to play another game. When I first saw it on Kickstarter, I thought it looked good and I thought it looked interesting, but I had no idea how much fun that I would have with it and that I would enjoy it this much. We came back with a ton of different games from the UK Games Expo, and I was surprised how long a lot of them stayed in their boxes while we just kept playing Project Elite over and over again. So if you're looking for a real-time, frantic, dice-chucking game that's got tactical decisions to be made and all sorts of variability built into the box and tons available outside it, I think Project Elite is definitely worth looking into. And I think that's all I have got to say about that. And see you for the next game, everyone. Bye-bye.